good time. Ooh, time to get our craft on. Ooh, time to have fun. Ooh, time to feel good.
Hey gifted crafters, welcome back for another Saturday CrafterNoon. Thank you all for tuning in today. I see we are chatting away on the chat, and I think everyone did pretty good on the trivia today. So if you're tuning in for the first time, my name is Nancy with Giftshq, and I host these weekly live sessions to just talk about all things crafting, from knitting, crocheting, embroidery, sewing, and just everything under the sun for crafting. So I hope that that's something that you're into, and if it is, you're definitely in the right place, because we like to share tips, tricks, and ideas with you. And if you have maybe a little craft store or a little Etsy shop, you know, we like to share ideas where you can possibly whip up some new items for your shops. So I hope that really helps. So first things first, let's say hello to all of our friends that I see out there. I see Angel Cruz. Hey Angel. I've got Annette Gentili. I got Crafting with Robin, Donna Phillips, Gail Moore, Jackie Hallman, Jenny Owens, Judy Bauer, Linda M, 1 Minute Tips, Robin's Quilt Basket, and I see Sassy out there, and I see you guys are all tuning in from all over the place, from California to San Antonio, Texas, Louisiana, Maryland, and so many more places. Thank you guys for tuning in. I really appreciate you taking the time to spend this hour with me, because we've got some fun stuff to show you, and I'm gonna do a quick little project because I am going to be getting ready for a quick little trip, and I was gonna have it be a surprise, but I just can't hold it in any longer. So I am going to be traveling this week to see my sister Virginia. My sister is Jeanette from Boricua Sewing and Crafts. For those that don't know, she's got a YouTube channel on embroidery as well, and we're going to be attending the Sewing and Quilt Expo in Fredericksburg, Virginia. So I'll be traveling over to her house, and then we're gonna head out over there together. And I signed up for some classes. It was kind of spontaneous. I saw a quick little deal on some flight information, and so I went ahead and booked it, and I'm able to join her. So it's going to be a lot of fun. So we'll be there next weekend. So I will not have a Saturday CrafterNoon next weekend. Now, what I'll try to do, and my sister kind of said last year the internet was a little shaky over there, so I'm going to see what I can do when I get there. No promises. I'll have to kind of assess the situation and see how things go. And I'll try to kind of give you guys some tips and show you some stuff that we're seeing out there. So I'm really excited. I'm going to be taking a couple of classes, and I will share all of that information with you guys when I get back. So thanks. And for those of you who are attending, you know, hopefully I'll get to see you there. I will be hanging out with my sister most of the day and just enjoying the expo. And I believe afterwards we're meeting up with a couple of you guys for dinner. So I will be very happy to see you guys there. So those of you who are attending. Okay, first things first, because we got a lot of things to cover. So I'm really going to try to speed through some of the stuff, because I want to make sure that I get this all within the hour. I know the last couple of lives we've been going a little bit over because we've gone through a lot of things. So if you tuned in last week, we talked about a little tool that I was able to get that was called the Little Twister. So if you recall, and if you didn't get a chance to tune into last week's live, that was live number 107. Today is number 108. And so the Little Twister is just a tiny little template, and you can get them in different sizes. I've went ahead and just got this small one here, and this small one does quite pack a punch, I can tell you. So on this little process, the first thing you have to do is start off with a little mini quilt. So of course I had put together something like this, and you can see this is kind of quite large. It is about, let me see here, it is 1 2 3 4 and going down 1 2 3 4 5 6, so it's 24 squares in total that you put together, and pretty easy. They're just 5-inch squares from maybe like a charm pack that you can put together and just right size together. Go ahead and sew it down, and then sew the rows across, and then you're going to have to also put I believe it was a 3-inch border. And so once you do that, then the kind of fun part starts to happen, because you put together a quilt and then you got to cut it all up. Kind of weird, right? Yeah. So remember last week I did do 2 of them. So this was one that I did not cut up. And then I went ahead and I did a separate one that was red and black. And so I went ahead and finished it. We started it off with you guys. And you can see here, this is what you're left with. This is the exact same size. So it's 24 squares that I just showed you from a different fabric. And this is what you end up with. And so you end up with these really beautiful pinwheels going across, and obviously it shrunk, right? So you do have to kind of, if you plan on using this tool, you do have to kind of figure out, what size you want it to be, because it will shrink dramatically. So as you can see, I had 24 squares. It was pretty large, and now I'm left with this. But I think it's really cute, and it does an amazing job of putting the pinwheels together. And so this was the one that I finished up from last week with the 24 squares. And then I also made a little sample, and the little sample was just that. So that was a really, really small one. And I think this was only like maybe 6 squares or something like that. I can't really recall. But, if you're looking for something really quick to put together and you want to just kind of do something, a design like this a little bit different but not too complicated, this is the perfect little tool, because the tool, it really is very forgiving for those of you who are maybe like new sewists, because of the size. You have like a big chunk here, all the same color of the fabric is meeting together. So if you're off by just a little bit, no one's going to be able to tell, because the fabric is all the same color. So that's pretty neat. So for those of you just looking for a new project, this is definitely a game changer for that. Okay, so I know I kind of jumped ahead. So before I get the community after me for not giving you the holidays, I am definitely going to give those to you today. I just wanted to go ahead and get that out of the way. So holidays, I'm a holiday girl. For those of you who are new, I like to seek out the holidays that aren't typically on your calendar. And so we have, today is National Batman Day. So if you're into Batman, hey, whip out the movie, pop it in there, and just have it on the background as you're doing your quilts. It is also National Cleanup Day. So clean up that craft room if you haven't done it already. This is the perfect opportunity for that. And it is World Gratitude Day. And I really love that day, because I am especially grateful for all of you guys. Just being here today, supporting my channel, and just in general, your support and just being here. I mean, it's just so much fun. I really enjoy the Saturdays, and I love putting together things for you guys. So, thank you. That's all I can just say, is just a big thank you for you. So, okay. Oh boy, I guess everybody likes it. Happy National Jelly Roll Day. Yes, it is Jelly Roll Day. That one is on my calendar, but it is National Jelly Roll Day too. So if you got those jelly rolls, you can take those out and do a little project with that. Wouldn't that be cool? Okay, so if you recall, a few weeks ago, months ago, I don't even know, I kind of lose track of time. I went to Sarasota, Florida for my son's competition that did not happen at the end of the day. And I did visit a couple of quilt shops. We did video it. It's still being edited, and I'm really sorry about that, guys. We've just had a lot of technical issues lately, and we just are trying to finish the CD, and we're like kind of battling for different things that needs to be done. So, Evelyn, who invented National Cleanup Day? I know, right? But you know, we have to do it because we have to keep ourselves organized, so that when we're ready to quilt and we're ready to sew and to embroider, everything is nice and organized and you can find things. Because I've got those little gremlins that come into my craft room and they take my stuff and I don't know where they put it, and then I find it a couple days later. I really don't like that. So let's keep those gremlins out, keep those craft rooms clean. Very important. You will definitely thank me later because you'll do a better job when you're doing your projects. So keep that in mind. And you know, 20 minutes a day, that's all you got to do. 20 minutes a day, just clean up for 20 minutes. Set your timer, put your Alexa on, put those alarms on, set 20 minutes, go into your craft room, and once you're in your craft room for 20 minutes, just clean up your stuff. That's all you got to do. Alarm goes off, cleanup time is done. But that's all it takes to keep yourself organized. So definitely do that. Okay. Alrighty, so you can clean up that craft room. Don't forget to play your crafting tunes with that, right? As you do that. All right, so like I was saying, I went to Sarasota, Florida, and I visited a quilt shop. And I haven't finished with the video yet, but I wanted to go ahead and show you guys some of the things that I picked up. So I thought, let me just go ahead and do that so I get these little baggies out of the way, because I was cleaning up the craft room and I said, you know, I really need to show this because I just haven't had the time. But today's the day. We're going to just show it to you guys, okay? So a couple of places that I went to. Let me just kind of pull this up. I'm going to start off with Sarasota Sews. I'll move this one over to this side. Okay, so Sarasota Sews, fun place. First, I've got this little project bag that she gifted to me, and I thought this was really amazing. That was really nice of her. She threw this one in as a little gift, just to thank me for coming into her quilt shop. And you know, I was thanking her for letting me film in her quilt shop and talking to me and, you know, giving us a little tour of her quilt shop. You know, her name is Dawn. She's amazing. If you ever go to Sarasota, Sarasota Sews, absolutely a wonderful place. They have just the amazing stuff out there. So shout outs to you, Dawn, if you're watching. Okay, now I did get quite a few things from her shop. Like I said, she gifted me this project bag, which was nice because I was able to put everything in this. But it is a nice project bag. And some of you may be wondering, well, what is a project bag? Well, when you are doing multiple projects at a time, like I do, I can tell you that project bags are just amazing because they help to keep you organized. They help you to put everything that you need for a specific project that you are working on into this one place. So for example, I have the quilt along. For those of you who are members, we're doing the quilt along, and maybe you've cut up all your pieces and so you have pieces everywhere. You can put them in the little baggie to make sure that the gremlins don't take them, or you know, you can leave them on top of your cutting board or your iron board, you know, depending on whatever step you're on, you know, to keep it in place. But if you're moving things around, and if you have a really small space like I do, I tend to have to move things from place to place because I need the space for something else at the time. And so project bags, you know, they become really handy. They're also great if you're doing an applique. So if you have those little applique pieces or paper piecing and you have all those papers everywhere, this is a great type of item to kind of keep you organized. And so it will go in the project bag, and then once the project is actually completed, you know, then obviously the project is complete, so it won't be in the bag. And then I take whatever's left over from the project, and you know, either goes into my scrap bin, or you know, depending on what it is, I'll kind of organize it that way. So project bags is a plus. I love that this one is nice and big. It's 18 by 13, so it's one of the large ones, so I really like that. So I thought it was really cool with the little zebra. I loved it. Has pretty colors in the back too. Alrighty, next item that I did buy was, they had some really beautiful fabric, and I just couldn't help myself when I saw some of these fabrics here. This one I thought was absolutely gorgeous. It's called Dancing Delilah's, and it is by Free Spirit. It's a part of the Free Spirit collection. Let me kind of move these over. As I said, I'm in a tight space today. So as you can see, aren't these flowers beautiful? I mean, I just love the colors on it. So of course I just had to get just a little bit of it. Not sure what I'm going to do with this one yet, but I have a couple ideas in mind because the colors are just beautiful. But I am going to put these over to the side because we're in winter time. So I know this one kind of doesn't go just yet, but you know, spring will be coming before we know it, once Christmas is over. And yes, everyone, the holidays are coming and they're going to be going really fast. So this will be put to the side for right now, but not for too long because I definitely will be starting some of those projects soon. Okay, the second one I thought was amazing. Ready for this one because this was just gorgeous. Let me see if I can unravel it here. So this is a panel, and this is also by Delila Dazzle. It's by Oasis Fabrics. Okay, it's called Delila Dazzle by Oasis Fabrics. So that's the name. Let me see if I can open this up here. I'm going to try it from this way. Alrighty. Open, open, open. Okay, guys, can you start to see the colors on this already? I mean, it is gorgeous. It's a beautiful panel. You know, it's going to be really hard for me to kind of show this to you in this small space, but I'm going to try my best here. Here we go. Can you guys see that? I hope you guys can. I think it's gorgeous. Isn't this the most beautiful panel? I mean, the colors are amazing. It's absolutely beautiful. I just can't wait to quilt this one. This one's going to be really gorgeous. And so this amazing panel was just beautiful. And I think I'm going to be quilting this one, adding some borders and doing some quilting on it. But it's just really, really beautiful. So I'm going to try. Let me see if I can pull this over to the side here. Try to put this together somewhat. But it's a beautiful, beautiful panel. And the colors are just amazing. I mean, God, look at these. The pinks, I mean, the greens, the pinks, the yellows. It's just like, wow. Gorgeous. And I couldn't help myself. I definitely had to get it. So, did get that. Then, I got a couple other things. Put this to the side. Give me a second. I'm going to stick this in the little baggie too, because I don't want to lose my little template. And I'm going to put this over on this end. So there she has these little ironing boards that she sells as well. And she told me that there is a gentleman that makes these for her. And they've been a hit. you know, everyone loves them. And so it's really nice. It's got that nice hard surface, and it's really well put together with batting, Inso Bright, obviously the fabric itself, and it's really well made. So I went ahead and got one because, you know, who cannot use a little ironing, because I have this little space and I do my own little ironing one, but it's really nice to kind of have that also on the side, especially if I'm working with the big iron. Then I can kind of leave it here on the side as I'm working on the project board, or vice versa. So really nice. I thought it was really well made and put together, and I love that someone makes it. They hand make these out of pieces of wood, and then he puts them together and then brings it over to her shop. So I thought it was a great way to support one of the small businesses that are out there. So I definitely went ahead and got one. But she says these sell like hotcakes out there, so they really love them. You know, so it's really nice, and it's handy, and it's small, and it's really sturdy, really strong. So I really liked it. So another great thing to have. Judy, oh my god, I love this little board. Yes, I really love it because it's just very handy, very sturdy. It's nice and thick, and it's well insulated. So I can really feel the stiffness behind it, but I also feel a little bit of the cushion as well. Now, you don't want a board to have like a ton of cushion, because then when you're ironing, your iron's kind of sinking in. You do want it to have that hard surface like this has, which is really great because it'll give you those really nice flat seams. And I really love when I am quilting. Oh, Donna says, I really enjoyed having a portable ironing cutting board next to my sewing machine. I have the little quilting bare iron that is perfect for quilt blocks. Nice. So you can also get this. Now, Sarasota Sews also has a website, and I believe she said this one is one of her best sellers online. So if you're really interested and you wanted to go ahead and get one, go ahead and go to her website, sarasotasews.com, and just look up the little ironing board, because it's out there. And they have all kinds of different colors and ranges that were really cute. Okay. Next thing was this little project that I was able to put together. Now, this looks like a lot of fun. It's called the Stacking Pop-Ups. And this is what it looks like. Let me bring this up here. You can see that. So you can make like nice little waste baskets or little thread catchers, things like that. And it does use, this is the medium pop-up refill. So it's got like a little spring that you put inside the fabric. And so these kind of collapse and they go up and down, so you can kind of, when you're not using them, you can kind of squish it together, tie it up, and kind of put it away. And then when you need it, you know, you just untie it and it pops right back up, which is pretty cool because I like that you can kind of store it when you need it and when you don't need it. And so this is what I got from her shop as well. So this is the actual spring. You can see this one's pretty big. This one is medium. They had large as well, but I thought that was just a little too big. And then the small one was cute too, but I really liked the medium size one. And you can see the 3 sizes here. I'm trying to get rid of the glare. Let me take it out of the plastic. See if that helps. Yeah, I think that's better. So you don't have that glare. And so you have the small, medium, and large. I got the medium, and I think that's plenty for me. But I thought it was really neat, and it's a cute little project to do, and it's got, you know, all the instructions on how to do it, and everything is nice and colorful and just shows you everything. Now, the pattern itself gives you the instructions for 5 different sizes. So that's pretty cool because you can do the 5 different. So they've got extra small, small, medium, large, and extra large. You can see here on the back, these are the sizes, the dimensions, and everything that you're going to need. So that's pretty cool. Then you'll also need to get the actual spring. So I'm only going to do the medium one, so I've just got the medium. But if I decide to do others, I can always go back and just get the spring. I've got the instructions for all 5 sizes, so you know I can do, you know, any of those. Okay. So that was Sarasota Sews. Oh, she also gave me, this is an OCD dag rag that she gave me. It was just a little rag for cleaning, so that was pretty neat. And she kind of just threw this one in, which was pretty cool, just to help you clean. So guys, when you're cleaning up that craft room, don't forget to wipe things down. You don't want to use water or anything on the sewing machines, but you want to, like, you know, have everything nice and clean, right? So definitely this was pretty cool for her to give us. I really thank her for that. And let's see, I think that was everything from Sarasota Sews. So I'm going to go ahead and put everything back in here for now until I can put this away. So Judy's asking, so when you take the spring rings out of the bag, do they spring up on you? Yes, they do. But, and I remember her telling me this, if I take it out of the bag itself, it's not going to spring up because it does have these little black pieces of tape that's holding it. And so one of the things she told me, make sure you read the instructions, because you leave that tape on until a certain point of the project. Because if not, yeah, it's going to spring up on you, and then it's going to be a hot mess. It's going to be hard for you to kind of, you know, do the sewing and all that. So take it out of the bag, yes. Leave the tape on until the instructions actually tell you to go ahead and take it off. Make sure you're at that step in the project. Otherwise, yeah, you're going to have a springy mess. All right, so let me get this right back in here. And we're going to go ahead and talk about the second place that I went to. And I'll have to kind of do this quickly because we're going to do a quick little project as well. Okay, so the second place, and let me see if I say this right. It was in Bradenton, Florida, and it was called the Cotton Patch Quilt Shop. And I met a lady, her name was Laura, and she was a super, super nice lady. We were in her quilt shop for like most of the day, and she's got little doggies in the quilt shop, and they were so cute and well behaved. They were adorable, and you know, they greet everyone as they come in, and you know, they just kind of lay around. She's got these little stations for them, with one little chair that's specifically for the dog. And that dog just laid there. I mean, it was like, that's his chair. It was super, super cute. Really adorable store. Absolutely gorgeous quilts. I think there was a total of 3, was it 3 or 4? They're all Basset Hounds. I mean, they were just gorgeous, really gorgeous. And they were just too cute and following me everywhere and looking at the camera. So I did get a couple of shots of them too. So I have them on video as well, because they were just part of the shop and they were just really amazing. So mostly in that shop, we talked about, a lot of it was just talking about quilts, because they had just an amazing amount of quilts kind of hanging all over the store. And of course we talked about some notions and some gadgets and things that they do. You know, one thing I've neglected to mention, Sarasota Sews, she does do classes, private classes too. So you can call her up and say, you know, when I learn to sew, you know, they do that too. But the Cotton Patch Quilt Shop also has classes as well. Now, everything got thrown off because of COVID and everyone, you know, being at home, but they're starting to kind of put that back together. So if you are in, say this right, Bradenton, Florida, you may want to check them out and see, maybe they have some classes or something going on at the time that you're going to be there, and you can kind of take a class or two with them as well. So definitely, you know, lots of fun in that shop as well. very well organized and put together. I mean, it was kind of like a showcase place. It was really beautiful the way she had all of the items laid out, and you can really see that, you know, the holidays were starting to come in, so she was starting to put out some of the stuff that people will tend to make. And so I went ahead and did pick up a project for myself. So, you know, guys, I'm going to be super busy because I've always got to pick up something if I'm visiting a quilt shop, right? I just don't know what I'm going to be picking up when I go to the expo. I got to really try to behave, but we'll see what happens. I don't know. Okay, so I picked up, we'll start with this big one. It's called the Ho 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 Pillow Wrap and Cover Kit. This is what it looks like. And so this kit is pretty cool because it literally has everything that you need to make the entire project. And the only thing you're missing is the actual pillow insert. So, you know, you can pick up a pillow insert. It's got the pillowcase. Oh, and it looks like okay, it's got, no, we're good. Okay, it's got, oh no. Judy says, take an extra suitcase, Nancy. I just might have to do that. I don't know. I mean, I don't need that much stuff to take with me, right? I just need like empty suitcases, and then when I come back, they'll be full, right? So we'll see. We'll see how that goes. But there, you can always ship it to yourself, right? Okay, so this little kit has everything that you need. It comes with, obviously, the instructions. It's got pre-cut fused applique, notions fabric, and a tea towel and pillow and wrap. So the finished size of this wrap is 8" by 9.5 inches. And the pillow itself is 13 by 18.5 inches. The pillow wrap comes out to be 9 by 30. So it's going to be 30 because it's wrapping around the entire pillow. So applique pieces, not that bad. You know, they're not small pieces. They're 8" by 9.5 inch. So that's pretty decent size. And then, you know, your pillow size, they give you the size here. So when you buy your insert, you'll know what size to get. And then the pillow wrap itself is 9" by 30, which is really neat. Now, what really got me on this is I just love the whole concept of you making the wrap. And I'm going to take this out so you guys can see this a little better. You're making the wrap, and the pillow itself, you can kind of just, you know, keep changing the seasons. All you do is change the wrap itself. And so you're not buying like a whole thing here. Oh, Donna's asking, have I finished any of the projects from last year's Missouri Star Christmas? Oh, yes. I ordered one this year to open as you open yours on the live stream. Yes, we'll definitely be doing that again this year. I've already ordered mine. Actually, if I recall, I think they said they were going to start shipping October-ish. So, I don't know. I'd have to check on their site to see when it is that they're going to actually start shipping them out. But yeah, I pre-ordered mine long time ago. So yeah, it's definitely out there. Oh, Annette is saying, wear Jeanette's clothes. Yes, I don't have to bring any, right? That way I have space to, you know, bring sewing stuff. Hey, you know, there's a Walmart over there. I could just, you know, go to Walmart and buy something real quick to wear. I don't need to bring clothes. I just want to bring back sewing stuff, right? Evelyn said, I'm already planning a trip to Sarasota. Oh, you're gonna love it. You're going to love it. There's a lot of different quilt shops in that area. I mean, I visited just these two, but there's a bunch more that are out there. And, you know, if I go back up that way, I'll, you know, keep looking at some other quilt shops as well. But they seem to have a lot of them, and they're all kind of around that area. So, you know, if you stay in that Sarasota area, you're not too far from a lot of them. So I think you'll have a good time. Oh, Robin's quilt basket almost finished the table runner. You're doing the edge-to-edge quilting on it. The purse needs the lining and the handles, but nothing is finished, Donna. That's all right, Robin. You'll get there. That's okay. Alrighty, so the pillow wrap, like I was saying, I think that it's pretty neat because you can have, like, this one is Christmas, but they had all kinds of different holidays. They had Halloween, Thanksgiving. She had this cute turkey. I almost got that one. And what I like about it is just the wrap itself has like a Velcro in the back, and so you take off the wrap and you can just put a different pillow wrap with a different holiday theme. So your pillows, you don't have to like make an entire pillow. You're just doing the wrap itself, which is pretty cool because you can interchange it for the holidays as they change. You know, that's pretty neat. So let's see. Oh, Donna said we're gonna have fun opening our Christmas boxes together. I'm looking forward to it. So am I, Donna. So am I. I can't wait to see what's in that box, right? Because I don't know. They've been pretty good. So let's see what new gadgets she's going to be giving us this year. And the projects are always a lot of fun to make. So those are pretty cool. All right, so this is the project itself. Like I said, they give you everything. You've got the foam for the actual wrap. They give you the fabric, or is it fabric, or let me see if it's already. Hold on, let me just take it from here. They give you, oh, it's already, it's not even the fabric. It's already, it's a pillow. So it's already sewn together and everything. So you don't have to sew the pillow together. The pillow's already, this is the pillow case that they give you. And you don't have to do anything with that. So that's nice. They give you the Velcro that, like I said, is going to go around that pillowcase. So nice big chunk of the Velcro here. Ooh, I'm stuck there. Okay. They give you another piece of fabric here. Very nice. Remember, this is applique. So really nice. Oh, we've got some large rickrack that you're going to put in for the edges. That's always nice. Here's another piece of fabric. Since it's applique, I'm sure we're going to be using that. Really pretty colors there. And then these are all like the applique pieces. They even give you some embellishments on here. I do see they've got a little button. They've got a little snowflake. You know, all of the pieces that you're going to need to do this project, which is really nice. So I don't have to worry about getting, you know, fabric that's going to match the applique piece and I want to put down, and, you know, and so I start hunting around. This one has everything, and it looks like you just fuse it together. So this is a fun project that I can't wait to do this one. This one's going to be really nice. I am going to wait until after Thanksgiving probably to put this one. So this will be one of my first projects that I do for the winter holidays. Now, here's some on the back here. Oh, they do give you the directions. Sorry, I forgot to put that. And then here's like their template so you can cut out your applique pieces. But on here, on the back, it shows some of the pillows that they have, or pillow wraps that are available. And you can see here, they've got, you know, other things like snowman. They've got a little house. They've got a turkey, you know, all different holidays. So you can kind of mix and match on there. So I thought that was really cool. And this one, it's called the Whole Country Caboodle Ho 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 Pillow Wrap and Cover Kit. So that's a lot of fun. I can't wait to do this one. Like I said, I'm going to wait until Thanksgiving is over, and then this will probably be one of the first projects because it looks like it's pretty simple, and I'll be able to put this one together really quickly. So that is one item that I got. And let me just close this up. Don't want to lose any of those pieces. Okay. Now, like I said, they had a bunch of quilts there and they were absolutely beautiful. So these are some patterns that I got and I thought they were pretty cool, and I definitely want to give these a try. So let's see, let me open one up. This one's called Seashore Pillows, and these are just the pillows. So, and it's by Marsha Layton. Take it out so the glare doesn't get you guys. And I just thought this one was really cute. Again, let me see if I can get that glare out. There we go. Got a little lobster, a whale, a turtle. I mean, I thought it was really, really neat. So, again, I'm in South Florida, guys. So, you know, I like any of my sea creatures, you know, and I think they're really cool. So those will be really nice to make for the summertime. So a lot of these patterns were kind of like on sale. Because, you know, I guess summer's over, season's over. So I thought this would be a good opportunity to snag that up. And then I can set these to the side and do them later. So that's one that I was able to get. This one, I just thought it was stunning. Actually, you know what? Let me show you this one first, because it's kind of along the same lines of my seashore guys over there. So this one is called Ocean Frolic. And again, by the same exact person, same designer. I can get it out of here. There we go. This quilt, I thought, was so much fun. I thought it was so cute. I couldn't help myself. I mean, look at that, guys. And, you know, she used some really cool embellishments on there. And I did get a yo-yo maker. And I know I've showed this to you guys before. I have a large yo-yo maker. This one is, what size is this called? It's just the extra small one. And so you can see here, the little yo-yo makers, they were used on the quilt. And it's just really, really neat because it allows you to give it that little bit of a texture and just a little bit of a pop. And I don't know if you can tell, but the little fishies were made out of the yo-yo. I'm going to put it really close to see if you guys can see that. So you could see that the little fishies, that's not applique, and that's not just some stitching that's done there. That's actually made with the yo-yo maker. So it's really, really cool when you see the actual quilt. I know that the camera probably doesn't do it much justice. I tried to show it when I was there with the camera. We'll see how it comes out, but it's really neat because a lot of these animals that are on this quilt was made with that yo-yo maker, and that's just something that I didn't even think about you could do with that. Check out the little seahorse here. Maybe you can see it with that. So it's kind of hard to see, but it's, you know, a lot of fun. It just gives a little, it's a different technique that you can use to make that quilt. And then it just gives it that little extra, you know, texture in the actual quilt. And it's a lot of fun. I thought it was really, really cute, amazing quilt. So we'll definitely be doing that. So guys, I'm already planning for my summer quilts for next year. So I hope you guys are too. I know you're probably thinking, I gotta get through, you know, just these holidays for this year. I know, but I have to think like 1,000 miles ahead. So my head's already in summer. So let me show you one last one that I thought, this one was just gorgeous. I just really loved it. Very, very pretty. It's called Brightly. And it's by Cluck Cluck Sew. And this is, you can use a layer cake or you can use a fat quarter quilt. And look at this, guys. Isn't that gorgeous? This one is a challenge. You've got a lot of points in there. You got squares, you got half square triangles, you've got a little bit of everything in here. You know, really, really neat. So I thought that this was a really nice quilt, and it's going to be a challenge. I mean, look at the size and the layout of that. that you can make. I mean, gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. So I'm going to give this one a go and see how this one ends up turning out. Now, depending on the fabrics you pick, you know, you can make this easily into a Christmas quilt too. But really, really neat. Those are all the things that I was able to pick up at the Cotton Patch Quilt Shop. And it's an amazing place. Really, really cute. If anything, I will definitely be going back there again. And if you go, say hello to the little doggies. Because those Basset Hounds were just so, so cute. Okay, so what else do we have? So let's see, we don't have too much time. So I'm going to kind of just talk through this real quick. So you guys know I'm going on a little trip. So one of the things that I wanted to do was to get a little bag tag. I needed a little luggage tag for my little bag. Don't want to lose it, especially with the way things are going nowadays. Luggages disappear like crazy. So I went ahead and I took a piece of cardstock, and the cardstock is going to be cut at 3.5 by 5.5. That's the measurements that I put on here. So just go ahead and cut that little piece of cardstock. This is going to be the little template. Then I went ahead and I folded it in half. Then after that, I went ahead and folded the little points. So you can kind of just use a little ruler, just kind of get that little point. You just want to fold this in half. Now this is optional, right? If you fold it in half, you'll be cutting your fabric like this. So you'll have that nice little fold here on the edge to look like a little tag. Or you could just leave it squared and just have it like this, right? Super, super simple to do. Guys, this doesn't cost you anything. You can use scraps in your craft room. I even use some of the Crafter Square fusible interface that I got at the dollar store. This is perfect for this little project. And so all I did was I cut up my fabric the same size. So let's just take these two little pieces right here. Got two little pieces of fabric. I've got two little pieces of the fusible interface. I'm going to grab my little iron, which has been patiently waiting for me there. Make sure you have the scratchy side up. Let me just scoot this over so you guys could see. I've got the scratchy side up of the fusible interface. I'm going to take my fabric, right side up, bottom side facing the interface. So you've got the scratchy side of the interface and the bottom of your fabric, and we're going to fuse that together, just hitting it with our iron. Okay, once you do that, it's gotten fused together, so it gives it a little bit more of a weight on there. Then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do the same thing with the other piece of fabric. Okay, so scratchy side of the interface up, ugly side of the fabric down. And then go ahead and fuse that together. Okay. And that's it. It's nice and ironed together. Now, next thing you're going to do, I'm going to stick this over to the side. I'm going to go ahead and grab some elastic. And I'm using a 1/4 inch elastic. I don't need it to be that big. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my little rotary cutter here. And I'm going to measure out, about 6 inches should be fine. That one really doesn't have, it doesn't have to be so precise on that. It's pretty much, how long do you want it? Kind of look at your luggage and see, let's be able to fit. But that's why the elastic part is nice, because they stretch really nicely. So I'm going to take my two fabrics. I'm going to take my elastic. And I'm going to take this one piece of fabric and I'm going to fold it in half just to find my center point. Give it a nice little scratch with my finger. Open that back up and I'm going to lay the elastic down right in the middle, right there. And I'm just going to sew right over that. So really, really quickly, let's see if we can do this. I'll have an all-time record if I'm able to do this in 4 minutes, right? Let's see if I can put this over to the side. I'll go ahead and grab. Let's see, I heard something fall. Not sure what it was. And I lost my, oh, here we go. Don't know where the top is. Okay, we'll go with it. Let's see what I can do. Hopefully, I don't need to sew all that much, so hopefully this will work, because I just lost my thread here. Hold on. I'm going to have to rethread this. Well, so much for making it within the 4 minutes, right? We'll try. Let's see what happens. How about turning it on, huh? Okay. Oh gosh. Got way too much thread here. That's what happens when you're trying to rush. There we go. Got it. Let me just move this through the needle. I normally don't have that much, but that's okay. It'll work. Okay. Let's just get this sewed up here. And we're going to line this up to the center here. We've got our sew cam up. Yes, we do. Okay. So, guys, this is so simple. I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to do about 1/8 of an inch. And I'm going to grab my sewing foot that is way on the other side. Need this to come on over here. All right. Let's go ahead and put this in. And I'm going to back into this and go ahead and sew it about 2-3 times. It's just to reinforce it and put it into place. So once I have that in place, I'm going to go ahead and take my second piece of fabric and just lay it right on top, right sides together. And then I'm going to go ahead and sew it all the way around. Now, if you want to put a little piece of vinyl in there, you can do that as well, just in case you wanted to maybe do a little business card or something with your name and address on it, so that you can go ahead and slide it in there while you have that vinyl piece. Okay, a little off on my pieces, but that's okay because we're just going to cut it. Now I am going to leave a tiny little hole on the bottom, just enough for me to be able to turn it inside out. So make sure you do that as well. And then I'm gonna probably use my pinking shears to just do the edges. So I'm leaving a lot of edges on the end, because I'm gonna want to just kind of put a little design on that. I'm gonna go ahead, after I've sewed it all the way around, I'm gonna reach in and I'm going to just turn this inside out. Now, ideally, you would want to kind of take your scissors and you definitely want to cut as close as you can to those corners so that the corners will pop out, or go ahead and just cut. If you're not using the pinking shears, just go ahead and cut it as close as you can to your stitch line, just to reduce that bulk that you're going to have there. And so here we are. Cutting it as close as I can here. Let's see. And then I'm just going to reach in. And I have a really small space, but that's okay. You don't need so much because there's not like a ton of bulk in there, right? So just go ahead and flip it out with your fingers. I'm just going to keep working it until you can grab the little elastic. Sometimes that helps to bring the whole thing out. Once you start seeing it, just go ahead and pull it. Whole thing will come out. Then grab that little chopstick or that little purple thing, whatever you have nearby, pop out those corners and the sides. There you go. Got one little corner to pop out here. And you have that tiny little hole that if you put your fingers in, the fabric will kind of just fold on itself, which is nice. And then you can just go ahead and take this back to your iron. Move this over to the side. Take this back to your iron. Just give it a cute little press right here. Try to get those ends nice and flat. And then I'm just going to top stitch it all the way around. You can do about 1/8 of an inch, or you can do 1/4 inch. I'm going to go ahead and flip this. Do it a little bit shorter here. And maybe get one more. There we go. It's going to pivot that. Bring this around. And I will do one more. And pivot that around. This will also reinforce the elastic. And I'm going to grab about 1 or 2. There we go. All right. Don't forget to cut those little threads that'll hang out on the side. Okay. And that's it. That's your little bag tag. And so it's really helpful because, you know, as they put the luggage through and they're coming through that little circular thingy, and everyone has like the same luggage. And so it's really nice to kind of put something on your luggage that makes it a little bit unique so that you can find your stuff. Other ideas that you can do on this is that you can also embroider on it, maybe your initials, put your name, or like I said, you can put a piece of vinyl. And I have a couple other ones that I've made. These were just little sample ones. So here's one with like the little bag tag edges, and so I went ahead and put a piece of vinyl and slid my business card in there. So those are really neat. You also can do it on the top. You don't have to have it squared, so if you just want to kind of do an edge on here, you can just make that edge. Or like I said with the pinking shears, you can go ahead and do your little edges and just leave a little bit of the fray, or you can put the no fray on there. And that would help as well. And then you have your little short ones that you can do. So if you take the size that I gave you and just divide it by half, you can just kind of do a little one in case you have those little bags. Or another idea that I had was you can take an embroidery file, maybe an Into Hoop project, like those little coasters. Those could make some really neat bag tags, right? I can put a little hole on the top, put some elastic on it. It'll really make your bag unique so that when it comes down that little turn thingy, you'll be able to find your bag right away. So I definitely think that those are like quick little projects that you can do. I just went ahead and made one for myself real quick, just so I can grab my bag because I don't want to be late, right? I have a ton of things to do when I get to my sister's house. So lots and lots of fun. I hope you guys really enjoyed this little project. If you're making a little trip, great way to kind of identify your bag and put your information in the event your bag gets lost. So I think it's a lot of fun. It's a cute little idea, and it's a really quick thing to make. I mean, we made it in, well, let's say less than 15 minutes. So something that you can easily make and sell, and you can really embellish it if you wanted to put rhinestones and things on it, little bling things on it. There's some extra stuff that you can do for that as well. Alrighty, so a lot of people say those tags are really cute. Cute, good idea. Awesome, thank you. I'm glad you guys liked it. Yeah, quick little project. You saw how quick we did it. Now, I could have taken my time and done it a little bit more nicer, but I was kind of speeding through things. But I'm sure you guys are going to make some amazing ones, and I would love to see them. So put them out on our Facebook group, because I'm always looking to see what you guys are making, and I really love to see your fabric choices and all kinds of projects. So thank you again for tuning in. I really appreciate all of you, and I really love this hour, and I hope you do too. This was an amazing time. I hope you enjoyed all the things that I was able to share, and you can do a quick little project for yourself. So thanks again. Have a great weekend, and I hope to be crafting with you soon. Bye, everyone.
Nancy with Giftshq makes crafting videos, creating with passion and a love for what she sews. Crochet, quilting, and sewing, crafting is what she knows. Making smiles one craft at a time. Your talent will grow with every stitch and every thread she weaves her art. Her hands create something special straight from the heart. And as the colors come alive, the joy spreads near and far.